better conscious. Whoa, got a feeling a shot and Reagan lick it back. The Russian them say that them vexed about that. Reagan say that him no response to that. Cause all him know a Gaddafi start that. Trouble again, mankind you better conscious. Whoa, trouble again, and the world is getting nervous. Whoa, all I can hear up your gunshot a clap. Man pon them belly and man pon them back. I run and I hide behind some sock. All over the place, be gunshot a clap. Trouble again, and the world is getting nervous. Whoa, trouble again, mankind you better conscious. Whoa, it remind me of World War One, but they never have no nuclear weapon. It remind me of World War Two, still they never have no nuclear weapon. It's trouble again, and the world is getting nervous. Whoa, you gotta look out for World War Three. These war acts full of fear agony. No respect the young nor the elderly, cause it is not safe for you and me. So keep the nuclear weapon in safety. It's good for you and it's good for me. It's trouble again, and the world is getting nervous. Whoa, trouble again, mankind you better conscious. Whoa, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. No matter what they say, cause I'm speaking the truth. Mankind you gotta stand up and know it's your roots. This kind of situation is not good for the youth. So it's trouble again, and the world is getting nervous. Whoa, trouble again, mankind you better conscious. Whoa, gotta be conscious, gotta be conscious, gotta be conscious. Cause the world is getting nervous. Gaddafi lick a shot and Reagan lick it back. The Russian them say that them vexed about that. Reagan say that him no response to that. Cause all him know a Gaddafi start that. Trouble again, and the world is getting nervous. Whoa, trouble again, mankind you better conscious. Whoa, all you can do every day is pray. Give thanks and praise to the Almighty. Gotta set the way, gotta make it prepare. That's all these youth can live in no fear. It's trouble again, cause the world is getting nervous. Whoa, trouble again.
Yes, folks. Trouble again, man. Trouble again. Everywhere you turn, wars and rumors of wars. Yeah, that's in keeping with the show topic tonight. You know, earlier I was watching my brother Smash Rockwell, aka Casual of the rap group Hieroglyphics, his live, and hmm, his absolute evisceration of one brother Ankh, former basshead. And I feel bad for calling him a basshead, man, but you know, really and truly, we should not be talking to each other like this online. It's unfortunate. It really is. Um, I think these discourses we have online, they tend to kind of take on the same type of vibe as when you're driving in your car and, somebody's trying to get in the lane and they could be about to run off a cliff and you speed up so they can't get in. Now, if you were to see that same person outside of the car in the going into a bank or a store or something, you'd hold the door for them, right? I think that's just a human being thing. Like when we're not in proximity to each other and there's no sort of familiarity whatsoever, we could be very, very cruel to each other. Now, I try my best to be a good human being. I tell everybody, or I call myself a Drew Ali adherent. And in his Quran and, other writings, he exhorts us as Moors to live by the five highest principles known to man. This is what we're taught: love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Of course, love is the principal thing. Um, for me, that adage of sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's just not true. And it's not true for about 99% of human beings. Um, you got to be responsible with your words. You can't just be flippant about it. I think what tends to happen in these online discussions is the idea that when you're talking to that other human being on the other side of the internet, in all likelihood, you're never going to meet that person in real life ever for as long as you live. So you can call them a bundle of sticks. If you're discussing something and you just so happen to have a disagreement, you could call them a bundle of sticks. For those who don't know, by the way, a bundle of sticks is a FAGGOT. You could tell them about their mother. You could say whatever, all behind a scholastic dispute or something like that. And then the next day, if there's another panel or another online discussion, that same person who insulted you will be talking to you as if nothing ever happened. And, if you're saying, well, listen, you called me a name yesterday, I kind of don't want to, I don't feel any I don't want to talk to you. A lot of them will look at you as if you're the crazy person. Then they'll start the gaslighting. You're crazy. Why are you carrying, that's internet stuff. Why are you carrying feelings from yesterday? That's over. But no, 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 no. I don't know if some of these people really understand how life works. And it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Particularly our people, so-called Black people at this day and time. More than anybody else on the planet, we need love and understanding. And this idea that you could just say anything to anybody and they're just supposed to just let it roll off their back, it's this absolute madness. And unfortunately, for a lot of us, many of us grew up in these sort of environments that were not the best. We've formed a lot of bad habits. And I'm not exempt from that, not in the least. My thing, I get real, real, real ornery when someone who I've shown nothing but love and respect to, disrespects me. I had a discourse with a gentleman yesterday, a brother by the name of Cedric. He's a member of the cult organization, the Pseudo Killers. And I think we're having a discussion about the whole Black thing and the terminology, the viability of it as a I guess as a categorization tool or a descriptor. And I was making the point that, they were asking the disingenuous question of what value does being Black have for any individual. It's a disingenuous question because no descriptor really has any value like that. It's just a descriptor. When I say someone's Black or white, it's just literally just a description of their physical character, and they know that, right? And when I outlined that, and I made the point that in taxonomy, when we're defining species, there are animals that kind of push the definition. They don't fit neatly into any of the categories within taxonomy, but it doesn't invalidate necessarily the entire system or the entire categorization system. And the gentleman took it upon himself to say in Spanish that I'm an idiot. Now, when I took umbrage to that and took exception, and I asked him, why are you insulting me? We're just having a discussion. He tells me that the word that he used, pendejo, a Spanish word meaning idiot, it's just a turn of phrase. It wasn't directed at you, which was a lie. So now you add insult to injury, and that's where I wanted to have this live today. We're going to be reviewing a video of Brother Smash, a video that kind of outlines him and another brother's falling out. And I kind of want to show or point to some points here where their relationship kind of soured. And it really soured behind some really, really petty stuff. Very petty stuff. A simple apology would have, solved everything. But now, a four-alarm blaze doesn't start out as a four-alarm blaze. It starts from an ember or a spark. If you don't put that spark or ember out right then and there, it could turn into a raging forest fire. And again, going back to the environments that we grew up in, a lot of us grew up in these environments that are kind of like jail, where you can't let anybody, quote unquote, punk you in front of an audience. You have this, reputation to uphold. And so it becomes, if you allow someone to, quote unquote, punk you, and now someone else observes that in the crowd or in the audience, you sort of become, that punching bag. And many of us are sensitive to that sort of thing. And, it's just ego. And that ego could lead to a ton of problems. So, going to be reviewing a video here in a second. Hopefully my brother Stu Peas, he's supposed to be coming up soon so we can have a discussion. Let's see here. I might just start this video now shortly and I'll start reviewing it. Wanted to hit on a couple more points here in regards to how, we have these discourses online, how we talk to each other. And it's larger implications outside of the internet because, if we're being honest as Black people, a lot of our family structures are in disarray. There's a lot of dysfunction. And the way how a lot of these gentlemen talk to each other, and ladies too, a lot of how we speak to each other online is emblematic of how we speak to each other in real life. Because I have uncles and aunts and cousins and all of that sort of stuff who they'll do the same thing. They'll insult you to no end, say all kind of messed up things to you. And when you say to them, hey, didn't appreciate that, you calling me an idiot, that, I need an apology. Like, don't do that. Oh, you're being sensitive. Why are you why are you crying? The gaslighting. So it's not just an online thing. It's something that's pretty pervasive in society, particularly in this society. It's pretty pervasive and it leads to a host of problems. A lot of dissension and division that are in family structures stem from very, very, very simple things. Very, very simple things such as just knowing how to talk to each other, being kind, being humble, respectful, leading with love. And, if somebody runs afoul of you and you say, hey, you ran afoul of me, a simple, hey, you know what? I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Very, very simple things, man, that could make all the difference in the world. And I just don't know what it is. I hear these people come online and call each other brother, and they say the word peace and, all the language, all the flowery language of brotherhood and solidarity and unity and how much they want to do for Black people and, what they'd like to see Black people do and accomplish and all of this sort of stuff. And they're missing the basic fundamentals. If you can't figure out this basic thing of how to discourse with another human being in a respectful manner, how can you talk about building any sort of nation or community or anything? You can't come together on anything. You're going to tear it up. People often ask, why doesn't this rapper or this entertainer or this person, why aren't they coming together and building a school or doing this? Or they'll ask, why is it that Mexicans can be 10 people in one house and, everybody gets along until each person is able to eventually move out and stand on their own and that sort of stuff? Why can't we do that? And we can't do it because a monkey wrench had been thrown into our body politic a long time ago. And that monkey wrench continues to be sustained to this day. But here it is in 2024 now. We have no more excuses. We have a lot of agency, people. We have a lot of agency. So, yes, the enemy set something in us that caused division and strife, but we're fully capable of reversing that. And, it's full time that we reverse it and do the work to reverse it. And again, to go back to me saying that I'm not exempt, my biggest thing in my evolution is when somebody disrespects me, I tend to kind of lose my mind because I have this righteous indignation thing going on because, I go out of my way. I'm very careful, very measured with my words. And the thing that is always most prominent in my mind when I'm speaking to any other human being is to make sure that I'm not treading upon that human being. I'm not trampling upon that human being and their sensibilities, right? And a part of me needs to grow and mature and understand that, I look for that in other people. And I kind of need to just accept that everybody doesn't see the world that way or doesn't care. They don't think anything to call you a name and insult you. And these could be people who you had great rapport with, people who would call you brother or friend or whatever. And they'll just say flippant, very disrespectful things. And when you say, hey, man, like, why did you do that? Like, don't do that. Oh, man, why you crying, you complaining, you're whining, so they add further insult to injury by insulting your intelligence, telling you that, hey, if I'm calling you an idiot or a homosexual or whatever pejorative, just take it, man. Just take it. Right? Now, when you fire back, it's World War III. So the title of this live tonight is Everybody is Crying for Peace, but Nobody is Crying for Justice. And to go back to our prophet and mine, Noble Drew Ali, what he brought to the world in the 1920s, I believe the Moorish Science Temple begun in 1913, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But, he taught us that the 5 highest principles known to man are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And that justice part is represented by a Moorish weapon called a scimitar. It's basically like a sword, a curved sword. And what it basically represents is that there can be no peace without justice. There can be no love without justice. You can't tell me that I need to be loving and then you just trample all over me. And at some point, the scimitar or the sword of justice, has to do its work to exact punishment on those who are habitual line steppers or who don't care about treading upon somebody. You know what I mean? So, some of these people I interact with online, they fancy themselves as intellectuals, which I guess is fine. And in many instances, they believe they have this kind of psychological upper hand on you or something. They believe they're clever. So they think when they insult you and you protest, and then they gaslight you and say, oh, you're being sensitive. And see, they think that is like trolling you or kind of mentally playing mind games with you and manipulating you. And, for a person like me, I'm a hothead, in real life, especially when I feel like I'm being done wrong and I feel like what I'm doing is righteous and just. I'm righteous and just in my indignation and anger. I'm the type of person that once I feel that certain way, I'm ready to take it all the way there, whatever that means. You know what I mean? And it could even mean death for me, because anything can happen once you take things to a certain level. But my thing is, I believe in what's right and what's just. And I believe in it so much that, yeah, I'll go all the way there about it. About my respect, yeah, I'll take it all the way there. And no, I'm not a tough guy. That's the other thing, too, they try to do to you. Oh, you're on the internet playing tough. I'm like, dude, I fired back at a particular gentleman who I'd made peace with, or at least I thought I made peace with him, one by the name of Brother Ankh. And after we kind of called a truce because we had been throwing barbs at each other back and forth, and I thought we reached a resolution, and I felt really good about it. I went on his panel probably like a week after, and when I got on the panel, one of his cult members by the name of Juju said, hey, Peter hey, Beetlejuice. I mean, Bag Juice. I mean, that corny little white people humor where they call you a slur or a little derisive name, and they do the coughing thing like they made a mistake. And in the chat, I'd also been seeing this Beetlejuice thing. So, I asked on the panel, like, what is this Beetlejuice thing? What is that about? I already knew what it was about. It was an insult, right? But just checking the temperature. And of course, the gaslighting happened. They added insult to, or excuse me, yeah, added insult to injury. Oh no, Bag Juice looks like Beetlejuice and sounds like Beetlejuice. Now, mind you, I've been interacting with these people with this username, Peter Bag Juice, for well over a year. And not once had I been called Beetlejuice. So those are the mental mind games and manipulation that I'm talking about. And Brother Ankh is a near 60-year-old man. When Julanda was engaging in that behavior with me, and I said, hey, I don't feel comfortable with that. Don't tell me I'm sensitive. Tell, hey, Juju, don't do that. That's it. And it would have been over with. So once they did that to me, because I'd been calling him a baser and other insulting things, because he had previously been a member in a cult, right? And I find it rich that a man who was a 40-year-old cult member, because when he was a member of Dr. York's organization, he was around 40 years old, right? So I find it rich that a person like that feels like they can indict anyone's intelligence. It's just amazing. Somebody who was a former basehead, a recovering addict, and who was a member of a criminal and cult organization in his 40s, didn't even have enough perspective or enough fortitude or understanding to not fall for rubbish at 40. Someone like that could have the audacity and the arrogance and hubris to think that they can run psychological ploys on you and play little mind games. Like, dude, I've been an intellectual since I was a child. I never smoked crack. I never ravaged my brain with drugs, right? Now, this sounds arrogant. I know it sounds pompous, but a person like Ankh, in terms of intellect, is not near on my level. In no way, shape, or form. Right now, I don't run around thumping my chest, but once you take it there, it goes there, bro. And I saw Smash earlier do it to you, man. And Smash is a brother that you actually know in real life. I'm just a random dude on the internet, right? And you did the same thing to me that you did to him. Call that man a coward. And when he said, hey, man, what's up with that? You tell him, when he asks you, did you call me a coward? You say, yeah, absolutely. And then you try to explain it away by saying, oh, I'm just saying you're an intellectual coward or a scholastic coward. And no, all you had to do was just say, hey, man, my bad, bro. That's it. That'd have been the end of that. Right? Now look where we're at. Right? You got the man making all kind of memes and cartoons about your little bass head ass, bro. Look what you did to yourself, bro. That man is dish ragging you, bro. If you know you a crackhead, bro, you supposed to have a lot of humility, bro. You talk like you that dude, bro. And then you want to come on the story telling come on the internet, excuse me, telling these soldier stories about how you was in Baltimore and you was a kingpin and you was fly. And no, bro, you was a customer, bro. You was a customer, Ankh. A custody. I've seen your jacket, brother. All I saw in your jacket was breaking and enterings, loitering. You know what I'm saying? Use that annoying nigga at the corner store, ease up from Friday, badgering people for a couple dollars. That was you breaking into people's houses, stealing their flat screen. You wasn't no gangster, bro. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe none of that shit you talk about on the internet, dude. That's why I would love to meet up with you. I already gave you the boxing gym where I spar at in Miami. If you ever come, let's meet up, bro. I'll beat shit down your legs. I promise you, bro. Or anybody else you want to put to fight for you. You feel me? And I know Smash done made that offer to you too. So I don't believe I'm a Miami dude by way of Jamaica, bro. We don't care none about none of that gangster shit and what you done did and the aid, none of that, bro. Yeah, cause these hands do work. You hear me? And if these hands don't work, you feel me? You want to go somewhere else with it? We got the 223s on deck too. If it goes there, you feel me? What you say on the internet matters, bro. If I'm showing you respect, reciprocate that respect, brother. That's it. And it'll be love and peace, bro. The minute you take it there, my mentality, I'm ready to go all the way, bro. Whatever that means, right? And then one of your cult members, hey, what's up, Stu? Unmute. One of your cult members pulled up on a live when I was on another brother's panel talking about, oh man, if somebody, what's up, Stu?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, if he pulled up, I couldn't even believe that the man pulled up on me to check me behind another grown man that he likely doesn't know. I know he wasn't no Sandlot homie. You not no family member. You pulling up on a live, hey man, we got to watch it with the bass head stuff, man, because if somebody was online saying that about me, my people would check me and tell me that I need to do something, and because we don't play that, we don't play. You feel me? He trying to G check me on the internet, and then when I tell a pussy nigga I'm in Miami Gardens, we could really link in real life, right? People telling me I'm a crash dummy. I'm ready to crash out. No, he came up talking gangster shit. So let's get into some gangster shit. I got a right to defend myself, brother. I'm not no thug and none of that. But you not gonna bitch me on the internet. In the city that I live, I've had real life pressure with people who could have really did that to me. You hear me? So if I stand up to people like that where I live, how I'ma let a fuck nigga on the internet ask me where I live at like he gonna come do something to me behind me calling another fuck nigga a crackhead after he disrespected? Nah, nigga, let's do it. Whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just unfortunate, man. It shouldn't be like this. And I hope that I evolve at some point, because really and truly, this community is what has made me even want to do something like YouTube, right? And I really enjoy these discussions. And these discussions could be really edifying and fun if we just maintain a base level of respect and love for one another. That's it, man. It would be so beautiful. But these people they think they're bullies. Like Ankh think he's a bully. But you don't qualify to be a bully, Ankh. You was telling a story about how some woman was sparring with you and doing a rope-a-dope on you and punching on you. And I'm like, I'm listening to the story like this. The bitch nigga telling me these soldier stories and these crack spot stories and these kingpin stories. You telling me a female got with you on the hands, bruh? Because I guess the drugs just ravaged your body like that. And then you come on the internet trying to be a bully. You're not qualified to be no bully, Ankh. I'll break your shit, man, in real life, bro. These hands, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, cut it out, man. Stop, man. I've never got on this internet and just unprovoked disrespect anybody. And then you feel like you could do that to me, and I'm just supposed, like one of his other cult members told me one time when I had got mad. He gonna tell me, oh man, Haskell, that's just Ankh, man. That's just Ankh, man. Nah, bruh. Because you a cult member and you will let a nigga insult you and you just eat that. I'm not you, bruh. And I don't know that pussy nigga. If I don't disrespect you, don't disrespect me. And if you do disrespect me, just understand it's some disrespect coming back. Fuck, nigga, you can't trample on me. I promise you. I'll die behind my respect, bro. I promise you, bro. No bitch nigga on the internet gonna hold me. Never. But yes, Stu. What's up, bro? Yeah, Stu, you there?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I hear you loud and clear
Yeah,
because
man.
all I'm hearing is that in this community, everybody can say anything they want to say, and then tomorrow them tell us, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that." You know, that's how I am, and everybody give them a pass, and everybody give them a pass. Oh, you know what you 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 know what the team captain is like, and you know what the chamber pot carrier is like. So because I'm supposed to know what you're like, I'm supposed to give you a pass. You can bring anything to the table, and it's not fair. It's not fair. Where I come from, sorry, don't buy Soldier Larry. I don't know if he was that like. If you do me something and you say I apologize, you still had the joy of when you did it. When you took me in my eye, you didn't feel good. You saying sorry don't mean anything with you for you because it don't take the pain what I feel, and it never take back the joy what you felt when you dish me abuse. Are you willing to stand up and allow me to poke you back in your eye and then we'll call it evil? Or I should just take my poke and say, oh, he didn't mean it. You know, we're all good now. He said sorry. No, it don't work like that. I don't think it worked like that. You think it worked like that?
No, absolutely not, man. I've spent a good part of 20 minutes, explaining to people that it's not like that. And I was saying to the audience that many of us Stupies, we grew up in these very, negative environments, and the way how we relate to each other. Because really, doing the show tonight, I realize there's a certain level of responsibility that we have when we come online. At some point, somebody in the future is going to be listening to this. And what is it going to be saying about me? Here it is. I'm ranting to Raven, talking about what I will do and what I don't take off of people and how I'm willing to die. And I mean all of that. But at the same time, as a middle-aged adult, if someone listens to this podcast completely unrelated, doesn't know any of us, and hear me ranting, what do they think about me? They're gonna think, man, these people are angry. Like, what's wrong with this guy? And it's just unfortunate, at some point, Stu Peas, I really hope that what we're doing here gains some traction and we can grow beyond this particular community that we're speaking of. Right now, for me, these interactions are fresh. So to some extent, I'm still emotionally invested. I hope at some point I can evolve past that because it's really lowbrow, man. It's really lowbrow. And I don't know. Did you see Smashes live earlier today?
No, no, I didn't get to see it. But I want just now when you were speaking, something crossed my mind. Is it vengeance I'm seeking? Is vengeance justice? Right? Are we being vengeful when we expect to do the same thing that was done to us?
No, I don't think so. In some instances, I mean, when you're talking about vengeance, that's a matter of the heart, and really only the individual can know what's motivating them to take whatever actions they're taking or trying to take.
Uh,
Um, but
let
for
me
instance,
rephrase it. I'm going to use something that some people can relate to. Let's say a man and a woman in a relationship, a man and a woman in a relationship, and the man was unfaithful, and the woman felt hurt, right? But the man came to the woman and said, I am sorry, it won't happen again. And she said to him, no, it won't happen again, but I owe you one, you owe me one. And 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line, the said woman went out and she had sex with somebody else. And when it was brought to the man's attention, she said, you must be able to forgive me just as I forgave you. Was she wrong or was she right?
Well, again, it come back to what I said, depends on what was motivating her. It could have been get back. It could have been just that she just happened to sleep with somebody else. There's no way for me or you to know that.
No,
So,
it could be that the restraining that she had, because everybody is faced with what's the word we use? Like desires.
hmm
But they restrain it, right?
right,
Even like sometimes you walk on the street and you see somebody, and you just don't like that person's face. You just don't like that person's face. But we restrain ourselves from not punching them in the face. We
right,
just don't like your face. And if we didn't have restraint, we'd punch that person in the face. But if that person was supposed to do us something in the past, that level of restraint that would have wouldn't be there. So anytime we see that person afterwards, we'd probably punch them in the face. And somebody would say, why are you punching that person in the face? And he said, because that person did me a disservice one time, or a disservice many times, and I don't have no more restraint. Right?
right,
So when somebody come on the panel and they do you a disservice, now what happens is that the restraint, what you would normally have when it comes to civil behavior, is no longer there. So you're not going to have no restraint. You're just going to carry it out as you think you should. And that is what this conscious community does. We expect you to still have restraint after they did their disservice.
hmm
But if you do somebody a disservice, it's difficult for them to have restraint.
And you know what, Stupies, I was saying earlier that is further compounded by the fact that when you protest, let's say someone just, let me give you an example. Um, I have a lot of what people would consider very provocative takes on a lot of subjects, a lot of controversial subjects. I don't subscribe to germ theory, don't subscribe to evolution theory, the conventional one, the most widely held one. I guess they would call that the consensus viewpoint, whatever. A lot of different other stuff, right? And I think for a lot of people, it rubs them the wrong way or whatever the case may be. Now, in many discourses that I've had over about the 4 or 5 years since I've been interacting with this quote unquote community, one particular gentleman, Corey McKinney, he always said that, I'm his favorite Rasclot. That's something that he always said. And he said that even though my opinions, he don't agree with them, he always used to say that he liked me because he always knew where I stood or where he stood. I was very clear and very strident and very firm about the things that I was saying. There wasn't a bunch of waffling and disingenuous talking points, or I'd say one thing one day and then don't say something different, or I'd be non-committal to a viewpoint, and you know what I mean? And me and him, I felt we had a good little online rapport. And one day we were out on a panel, and out of nowhere, the man just told me, "Hey, shut the fuck up." Right? And I guess whatever it is that I was saying, it just, he took exception to it. He didn't like it. But you know what? We had such good interactions in the past. When he said it, I was like, damn. But I ate it. I ate it because I like him. I like his backstory. I like his family. I like what he does I like I look at this human being and I see another brother and I like him. So when he told me shut the fuck up, I said, all right, you know what? He's upset. Just take it. Don't make a big deal out of it, right? So we ended up on another panel at some point, and I said, hey, brother Corey, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. The other day when you told me shut the fuck up, you know, my feelings were you kind of injured me, brother. Like that shit kind of hurt. I ain't, you know, came humbly to him. And he said, "Oh, Haskell, man, I ain't mean nothing by it, man. You know, he apologized and everything, right?" So I'm like, "All right, cool. We moving on." Couple weeks later, a week later, or whatever, we back on Chef's panel. I guess again, I said something he didn't like, whatever. Shut the fuck up. I said, "All right, that's the second time. It's the second time you've done this to me, but I'm not gonna go off just yet. You know, let me be calm. Let me try to reason." Tried reasoning with him. And then further down in the discourse, he continued to say disrespectful things. And at that point, at some point, you know, you can't just sit there and take abuse because, again, what tends to happen is when a person realizes that you're laid back or you're not retaliatory, because of the way that many of us has grown up in these black communities, it's a lot of jail rules. We have a lot of jail mentality. So when someone um, you know, gets insulted or gets hurt or hit, and that person says it doesn't retaliate, the person who commits the injury doesn't say to themselves, "You know what, I was wrong. He's being really magnanimous about it. Let me fault." No, what they see is, "Oh, okay, you pie. All right, you soft. I could just okay," and they ramp it up. They ramp up the disrespect, and that's what he did with me.
Yeah, he
Right
said that
now,
somebody was the open for abuse. You saw that somebody was open for
yeah.
abuse because
So now when I
he didn't
reach my
defend
breaking
himself.
point with him now when I finally decide to push that button, when I decide to push the button, it's gonna get pushed. So I started telling him, you know, oh, as a matter of fact, he said something to me, something that I had expressed. I didn't even insult him or anything, but he said that if I was in front of him, that I wouldn't say that. Now that's a challenge, right? Now when I call him on it, he claims that, oh, I didn't mean it to say that if you were physically and, you know, and he was saying like, it's kind of like how you curse somebody out in traffic, but if you were in line with them somewhere, you kind of, you know what I mean? He was saying it was like that. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, dude. You said that if I was in front of your face, I wouldn't say what I'm saying on the internet. So what you're communicating is that I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch nigga. That's what you're saying.
One of the things that I have to take into consideration is this: is that culturally they're different from us, right? So they don't
You
understand.
sound kind of distant, Stu.
Yeah. One thing that many persons don't understand that I need to take into consideration is that culturally it's a different culture. In our culture, we're not going to say it if we can't say it in front of your face. Because if I say it and somebody else heard I said it and carry it to the person, it's
Hmm.
almost as if I said it in front of your face. If you say it in front of an audience, it carries the same ramification. So anything you're saying, if you even say it in front of other people, you might as well say it in front of the person. Because when somebody hear it back, you have to go justify why you do it or what might happen as a result of you doing it. It's a different culture. That can be one of the things. But the other thing is that let, let's let's look at it this way. Because we come from the island, they expect us to take more disrespect than somebody who come from the mainland. And I see that in the conscious community, where people make sly remarks based on you coming from the islands because they believe that the white man school that they go to is better than the former white man school that I went to. It used to be the white man school, now it's a black man school. Right? And as a result of that, they would say, "Oh, you don't know anything. You know, you are not as so I can treat you anyway." And that's not true. Are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
yeah. But
Yeah,
that,
yeah, and again, another point I wanted to touch on tonight is one time I was listening to Smash and they were positing the idea of him and I believe it was Garfield or Ankh or somebody having a debate. And Smash was saying he's not doing any debate unless, there's some business involved. And it made me think because I'd had a negative interaction with another gentleman yesterday that I already went into live earlier in the live. A guy by the name of Cedric Ortega. He's another guy that's a member of the Pseudo Killers, where he called me a pendejo. He called me a name in Spanish, thinking that I didn't understand Spanish. Took exception to it, and he says that I'm sensitive and all of this stuff. And I think what happens a lot, Stu Peas, is that a lot of people look at the internet as being not real. So hey, okay, so what? I called you a name on the internet. It's not real. You turn your phone off or you log off or whatever, and that's it. You go back to your real life. But I think that's irresponsible because really and truly, these interactions that we're having, Stu Peas, on these channels, Smash had 130 people in his channel earlier today. Garfield had like 100 and something. Garfield sold a lot of books because of being on Sonnetter and interacting with hundreds of people, right? And they've had conferences, Kemet on Trial and other conferences where people who became familiar with these other people on the internet congregated in person and did business together, right? So the internet is real. We're not living in 1984 anymore, right? It's 2024. A myriad of people make a living and make a handsome living from the internet, right? There are instances where people get into conflict from internet interactions and people end up getting killed. The internet is real life, right? If we're talking about a subject like black and white and the viability of the terms and the labels and all of that stuff, and I don't insult you, there's no need to call me an idiot, brother. Don't do it just because you're in St. What's the Dutch island, Stoopies? It's not St. Thomas, is it?
I
What's
don't
the
know
what's the Dutch
exactly.
island?
I don't remember his island.
Whatever island he's from. Just because you feel that, the likelihood of us ever seeing each other in person is like next to nil. Like it's likely to never happen. Don't
I had
let
a
that make.
I had a fundamental problem with one grown ass man calling the next grown ass man stupid. But then I look back at it and I realized that sometimes I might not say it, but I think it. I might not say it, but I think it.
No, but that's perfectly fine. There's plenty of thoughts that go through our mind. Sometimes I'll see a beautiful woman and I want to be like, hey man, you got some big ass titties, but I don't do it.
All right.
So it's fine to have whatever thoughts you have, but the love and respect you're supposed to have for your fellow human being is what restrains you, like you said earlier. You're supposed to show some restraint. But not only do these people not show any restraint, they take sadistic pleasure out of disrespecting people. They love it. And then when you protest, they start to gaslight you and play mental mind game. Oh, look at you. You're getting mad. You're mad. You're mad. Like, come on. And these are 40, 50, 60-year-old men. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And no one can convince me that these people don't behave like this offline. You don't come on the internet and act like a jackass and then you just turn it off and you're a completely different person in real life. It just doesn't work that way. You there, Stu?
Come here.
So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna play a video that was on Smash's channel where this was the first time Smash really went in on Ankh, aka Bobby Banger. And I want to show how ego and not putting out a spark or an ember ends up leading to a full blown forest fire. Brother Ankh, man, all you needed to do. I know you got this ego thing, and you probably felt like Smash was trying to check you in front of everybody, and you just can't let yourself be, I guess, punked in front of an audience. But dude, come on, man. Man, you're 60 years old, brother. It's okay to tell, and this is a gentleman who you've done business with. You yourself admitted that Smash helped you make a lot of money, right? Person you've met in person. Like, show some love, brother. It's okay, man. Just say, hey, brother, hey, look, man, I messed up, or I ain't mean it, like, I'm sorry. And that's
Okay.
it, man. And we move on.
The thing about it is not about the money. Because if somebody even make you $1 million or $100 million, you're not going to make them abuse. You're not going to make them abuse you in any kind of way.
Right.
But was his behavior towards Smash justified? That would be the question. Was
Right.
his behavior righteous? Did Smash do him a disservice? I've been around Smash for the last couple of years. I've been listening to Smash. And what I've seen from this man is that people has come on the channel and disagreed with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has never seek to disrespect that person. I've never heard him speak
unprovoked. I've never seen him disrespect someone unprovoked.
Unprovoked. I even provoke him.
And even provoked, he still keeps a very good comport about himself.
Right. Right.
And that's why I like Smash. I bought his book just because I just like how he carries himself. But part of that, Stupies, is the fact that he has a name. He's made a name for himself in a professional setting in the rap world, and he has a lot to lose. And we see that with brother.
I saw him get disrespected the other day because he went on a panel with these professionals, and he carried himself very professional in terms of how he spoke, how he dressed, his whole demeanor. And people were laughing that, oh, he wore the suit to talk to the white man.
Mm-hmm.
And that same person, when given opportunity to debate white people, he didn't wear a suit.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't the same person he was when he's online. He didn't carry that
not at all.
But yet still he's going to disrespect Smash because Smash carried himself professional. But because you didn't wear a suit.
Mm.
You think that, oh, I didn't wear a suit, so I didn't call out. But that isn't the person that is normally that we encounter on a daily basis when you went to have conversation with the white people. And then other people were seconding it in the group. A female in the group, Yolanda or Juju, was seconding what Hank was doing. And they said, no, this is a pastor and a choir. Nobody to say, listen, you cannot do that. Don't do that. Don't say that. No. No. Because if you're going in front of the court, you'll have to dress appropriately. That means that you bow down to the court.
Mm-hmm.
When he's in a conversation with his brothers, when you're in the backyard talking to your brother, you're allowed to dress casually. You're allowed to dress in your yard clothes because you're talking to your brothers.
Right.
But if he was going to have a serious debate with any of these persons, and you're not going to debate look like what I have on now, a exercise shirt and shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why Jabari kicking them teeth out every day.
Mm-hmm.
Jabari carries a level of professionalism that the conscious community has not seen before.
Oh, and you know what, Soupy? Sorry to cut you off, but I have to say this before I forget. Garfield. Garfield, you have to come to the front of the class. We're not gonna forget about you because I'm very disappointed in you as a yard man, right? I don't know what you and Unc having on. Unc must have made you a lot of money or something because the things this I've never seen you rebuke Ankh ever when he carry on his foolishness. And you're gonna see it in this video, Stoopies, when they happen to have this back and forth between him and Smash. One thing about it, and this is why I was always wary of joining organizations and groups. Stoopies is my home, is my bona fide brethren, my homeboy, my road dog, as my American friends would say. But it's been a couple times when on a panel where I say, hey, Stu, no, that's not right. Don't you know? And he's done the same to me. But how we see the world, that's real friendship, right? I don't do the clicking up, and just because I'm in an organization with you or we're in a clique, that means I'll see you. You're beyond reproach, or I see you running afoul of someone clearly, and you're just being an absolute brute, and I just pretend like I don't see it. No, just so I can maintain our friendship. No. And I don't know where you come from, Garfield. I don't know if you come here young still. I came here young at 14, but I think I already say you come here at 8. So maybe you have taken on, that cultural type of style, but I can't wrap my mind around that when clearly there's a common denominator with these falling outs, right? It constantly happens. It's the same individual. And not once have I ever heard you online on a panel say, hey, Ankh, don't do that. Stop doing that. You'll say, oh man, we need to calm down. Why we is the word you'll use. No, it's not we. Say something to him. What does he have on you, man? Does he have compromising pictures of you doing bestiality or something? What is going on, bruh? Brother, yardman to yardman, brother. What's going on, brother? Yes, Stu, you have something to say specifically to that?
No, it's like, I don't know.
How you feel about Garfield in particular?
No, Garfield is my brother, and I'm not lying. But when I remember when it was with Sarnetta, I was very uncomfortable about Sarnetta behavior, extremely uncomfortable, and I said it to him. I said, I am uncomfortable that this grown-ass man is talking to you as if he's not a grown-ass man. I said that to him. I said, because back home, people would question you. People would question you and say, no, you have this grown-ass man talking to you like this.
Talking to you like, say, you're one of his children. Crazy.
Like you're one of his children. Like yesterday, I was in a room with Reggie, and Reggie started like him raising his voice, like his testicle descending, and he wanted to talk to me that way, and I had to say, no, who you talking to? Who you talking to? Because you're not going to send your testicles on me, regardless of what you might think, right? But then even other people in that same chat was saying, no, Stoopies, you started it, but you interrupted him. But even although I interrupted him, it gave him no right to want to speak to me as if I was his child. Because we find that happening in the community. And we're saying, really? That's what you want to do? That's how you want to speak to me?
Yeah, and it's a recurrent theme. It's not just with me and you, Stoopies, and their interactions with each other. It's constant strife, constant falling outs, because of simple things that they don't understand. These people profess to be scientifically literate and they don't understand the science of sociology. There's a reason why human beings came up with the idea of saying please and thank you, because they realized that at some point as we evolved, we realize that there's something in us as human beings that we want to be respected fundamentally, all of us,
Yeah, all of us
just on
want.
a basic human level. And as human beings refine themselves and, develop language and all of that sort of stuff, we come to realize that what we say to each other matters and how we speak to each other matters. It's not a trivial thing. Not at all. It's extremely important. When you look at other communities, Stu Peas, and you watch their interactions online, I'm not going to say that they're without fault and they don't have their instances where, they have conflict and stuff, but nowhere near to the level of our people, quote unquote, Black people, right? With us, it's constant. And I was making the larger point that I want this life to be about something bigger than what, the little issues that we're having in this little community. Because a lot of the behaviors that we see here, a lot of it is emblematic of how society operates here in America, in the West. Right? Would you agree with that, Stu?
No, I fully agree with that. A lot of it is based on how they operate, how they see things, right? And then because you're a stranger outside, it's like the abuse that they get from their what is it now? From their overseers. They would want to pass it on to other people who they think who they think less than.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So if your oppressor abuse you a certain way and say that you're less than, when you're given the opportunity and you see people who come from a different land, you're starting to say that they're less than. Oh, how
Right.
these people, how these coconuts, how
These
these
broke niggas or whoever.
yeah, how
Mhm.
these broke niggas come up here and and acting like, and you said to yourself, really? That's what we're saying now?
Yeah. Yeah. So Stu Peas, where are in. I want to watch Anthony Davis tonight. Not Anthony Davis, his sorry ass at the house. I want to watch Michael Jordan 2.0 tonight at 10 o'clock, right? Which is an hour and a half away. So let's get into this video, man. By the way, I think Minnesota's winning a championship this year, man. Let me just come right out and say it.
Minnesota not
Um,
winning nothing, but
oh no? So who you think gonna knock him off?
the same team that they're playing today.
Oh really?
Yeah. Jokic is
Okay.
looking up and down.
All right. Well, let me say this, Stu Peas, and then we'll get into the video. It's funny. I thought Minnesota had a better record than Denver. So when they won game one, I didn't think much of it because it's okay, you won the first game at home, big whoop. But then I realized that that game one was in Denver.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. So they've already stolen home court. So you know what that means tonight, Stu Peas, for Denver? What does that mean? You've been watching basketball. What does it mean for Denver tonight?
Denver has to win.
It is a must win. So we'll see. Anyway, let's get into this video, man. Let me go ahead and share this screen right quick. Get into this video, man, because this interaction between these two gentlemen, man, it made me feel makes me feel a little sad. Because these are real, they were friends in real life. Forget about me and Stu Peas. We just two random people on the internet to Ankh. But this is somebody who you call a friend and you spoke glowingly of in the past. You said that he was so knowledgeable on the metaneta that he could challenge the curators. Now, of course, nowadays you're saying the exact opposite because that's just how, you are. The drugs have ravaged your brain. So you have extreme you have extreme mood swings and you'll say one thing today and say the absolute opposite the next day. That's what happens with recovering addicts. It's an unfortunate thing. But let's go ahead and get into this video, Stu Peas.
Know how strong Brother Bobby could be, in the face of this type of shit, because he, you know what I'm saying? He just, I don't know, just he got a short fuse, right? And so Chief X 14 hours ago exploited that on some, I bet you I can make Brother Aunt curse you, just like Job. And God was like, you can't make Job curse me. That's my main man. The devil was like, watch. And start doing hella shit. But this, now listen to this. This is the same tactic right here, where he used, you let him pit us against each other. I didn't do this, he did this. And you know this shit ain't true, but you fell for it. That's one for Chief X.
Ankh, you such a bitch ass nigga. You such a coward.
Hey, Stu-P, this is another guy, man. You know, a lot of these people just love the trouble, man. They love the bullshit, man.
You mean the recovering addict?
Yeah, another recovering addict. Shout out to Chief X, man, if you listen, man. Ain't no bad feelings, brother. But you love the bullshit, man. You love contention. You love strife. You love chaos, man.
But
You love it.
he's the first, but Chief X word coward, Unc wasn't using the calling people coward before Chief X called him a coward.
Mm.
You realize what he did? You realize what he did then? He wasn't even original with the bullshit that he conducted. He took it from Chief X and was calling Smash coward based on what Chief X called it.
See, stop.
When it comes to
See, y'all taking this the way, don't see? Y'all see what's happening here? This is just Chief X doing what he's supposed to do because he hating on the whole bill. So he like, let me throw some dissension in there. You feel me? They already got their feelings about each other, but watch how this happen.
Ankh, you such a bitch ass nigga. You such a coward when it comes to Sarnetta and Smash Rockwell. Smash Rockwell can end.
You hear that? Now mark that word coward. This is how this shit all happened, bruh. And I be sad, like, oh man, nigga got played that easy. Let's watch this.
When it comes to Sarnetta and Smash Rockwell. Smash Rockwell can insult the fuck out your whole ass.
See?
And here you
There you go. That ain't true. Bro, that song I start my show with almost every day is a dedication to Bobby Banks.
You realize that it was Chief X words that Bobby Banger used back.
Yeah, that's a, Smash is making the same point.
Right. Because anybody with common sense will make that same point and realize what he did. He's unoriginal.
Yeah, very easily manipulated too.
Yeah, because
Very childlike, very weakly constituted, very, very weak moral character.
that is why
Very weak.
Smash now said that it was Chief X who placed the battery in his back. Chief X put a battery in a grown ass man back and had him dancing the jig.
Yeah, I mean, the man was in a cult at 40 years old, though. So that doesn't really surprise me. I'm 42 now, and I can't imagine saying I'm out. I can't even imagine being in anybody's cult. It's just amazing to me.
You can't imagine
Anyway.
yourself being
Nobody
the
get
Dr.
that.
York beautiful.
Yeah. At 40 Stu-Ps, think about it. Because if you're a young man trying to find yourself in the world, right, you can be susceptible to those sort of things. But I mean, at 40?
Stop it. You could have been enough. Dr.
At
York
at 40?
Dr. York was very charismatic. And a charismatic man
You say you sweet talk the nigga into oh man. Man, oh man, oh man.
type of respect. So you should have just thought about it instead of falling into his little crummy ass trap.
When it comes to Sonetta and Smash Rockwell. Smash Rockwell can insult the fuck out your whole ass. And here you is an hour later kissing his ass.
What?
Sonetta do the same thing, and here you is kiss. You need
That's not true. See? So this is how motherfuckers get played in the YouTube streets. And then you gotta prove what he's saying ain't. Now we're gonna go watch him try to do all this proving to Chief X that this ain't true. And Chief X just sitting back laughing.
need them niggas, man. Without Smash, Garfield, and Ak, you ain't. Excuse me. Without Smash, Garfield, and Sonetta, you ain't shit, Ak. Or in your mind, you think you ain't shit. In your mind, you think you need these niggas to co-sign your bitch ass.
See, he just doing it.
I'm watching. I'm sitting. Why is this nigga?
Hey. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Chief X a funny nigga, man. On the low. You're a funny dude, man. Hey, you there, Stu?
Listen, there's nothing that Chief X didn't win that fight. Chief X won that fight, and he called them all out, and he called them pussies, and because there's no victory going against Chief X, let's be honest. Going against Chief X is no victory. You're expected to beat up Chief X. And he knew that, and he said, listen, I'm going to show everybody that no matter what anybody says, I am the man. I am the man. I am the man. It's not Chief X. It's not. It's not I am the man. I'm the real big man in this shit. That's what he said. I'm the real big man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm the real big man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's me. And Chief X is saying that, no, fool, you're an idiot. That's what Chief X didn't know. Chief X said, you're an idiot. And I'm going to prove to you how much of an idiot you are. That I am going to program you. I'm going to have you go after your friend.
Your friend.
And also call him a coward. Use my words when dealing with him. You understand what he did?
Yeah, he got him, man. He got him. But I mean, Ankh isn't somebody that's difficult to psychologically manipulate.
But by Chief X?
He's not by anybody.
You understand? You allow Chief X to manipulate you? You expect you allow a child to manipulate you? That's what you're saying to me, you know? That he allowed a child to manipulate you.
Let's get back
Remember
into
the
it.
devil in Job? He just tempting him to cross cast, tempting you to cross smash. What I do to you, nigga? Damn.
Smash ass after Smash disses his ass. This is the fuck out of him.
See? Now we all be banging. But see, he trying to mischaracterize our bangership. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Bobby Banger bang. I bang. We do it cool. It's good. You fell for this shit. No one thinks this. No one think. You fell for this shit, bro. Damn.
Smash basically calls you fake and uneducated.
And Aunt called me pseudo. What does pseudo mean? Fake. Fell for
Hey, I want to say something about that pseudo word too, man, because they throw it about. They've taken a word that was a noun and made a verb out of it, and so made the word basically a cudgel, turn it into a pejorative, and he slings that word very, very flippantly. And I remember one time, Brother Reggie taking exception or taking offense to it. And I think a lot of those pseudo killers, they'll tell you, "Oh, pseudo is just it's scholastic and it's academic and it doesn't." Nah, but when you're telling somebody who takes what they're doing seriously and you know a guy like Smash who is a guy who has intellectual prowess, very intelligent guy, and you're saying he's pseudo, you're saying that you're dismissing him. You're saying that this guy is an idiot. That's what the word pseudo means, right? It's short for pseudo intellectual. Somebody who's purporting to be intelligent but really isn't. Basically, an idiot.
It's basically, let's break it down for normal people to understand what a pseudo is. A pseudo is that guy who will be rambling off this 3-syllable vocabulary and not actually saying anything. A pseudo is that guy who will come with information that he created himself, that he cannot justify, that he did not do an experiment based on. A pseudo is a snake oil salesman who knows that he's selling bullshit and calling it cures.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a pseudo is. Now, when we look at certain people who came on Sarnetta channel, a majority of them are snake oil salesmen. I will agree with that. But if you look at Smash Rockwell and call him a pseudo, you're being disingenuous. Smash Rockwell don't need anything from this community. He does this for fun. He's not getting any financial gain. The time that he invests in his channel, if he was investing that time in something different, he'd make far more money. If you're going to say the man is wrong, say him is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Say that he does not understand his information. But I wouldn't call Smash up. Smash not selling any beads and oils and trinkets and crystals and gold water.
Right. And don't you see that's a problem for people like Ankh and his twerkers, as I call them, his booty shakers.
No, when Ankh is selling Egypt shoes, he's branded with RBG, yet him is not a Pan-African. Him selling items branded with RBG and he's not a Pan-African. That make him a hypocrite. But we don't say that because we understand it's business. But Smash not taking anything from the people.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to share the information that he knows and he believes in. I tell Smash straight up, say, I don't believe that the Medunetta, I'm getting it right now because I realize that it's 2 words, the Medunetta has not been fully translated.
Deciphered.
Or deciphered. They may have deciphered the Coptic and the demonic, or what's it one name, because those were heavily Greek-based, but the original writing by the ancestors, they might know some of what it means, but deep down in the heart, they don't know what it means. They decipher the figures based on what they see. Kneeling man, fishing man, jumping man. Right? When you look at how redundant it sounds, when it could mean something far different to the ancestors.
Yeah. I mean, just understand, you call somebody a pseudo, it's an insult, and it's meant to be an insult. Now, there are people who, I've seen, and I'd say, they're deserving of that insult. Right, but just understand that if you're saying that about someone or to someone, it is a pejorative, and that's what it is. So just understand that if this like my friend Stu Pease, I wouldn't use that language towards him. If I'm using that language towards someone, it's with the understanding that I don't really care about this person like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't call me a pseudo as my friend and then say, "Oh man, that's just, that's the scholastic banter," and nah. So now he calls Smash a pseudo. Of course, Smash being who he is, he fires back. He calls Ankh a fake person who lacking in sophistication, who isn't intelligent. Because he's not. Anybody can listen to Ankh and understand that he likely dropped out of high school. Just not a very bright person. But a person with his background, being a recovering addict, joining a cult at 40, you're not supposed to be calling people who are your friends pseudo. You're supposed to have a great deal of humility with your background. Even your gangster background, so-called, isn't nothing sterling, right? You wasn't no killer. You wasn't no big-time kingpin. I've seen your record, Ankh. It's a bunch of loitering and breaking and entering. And you got shot up 2 times, probably because you run your mouth all the damn time, right? So you wasn't that dude. Like, relax yourself, man. You calling that man a pseudo, somebody who's supposed to be your friend. Of course he gonna fire back. So you feel like calling him a pseudo is not insulting. And then when he calls you fake or not particularly bright, now you all up in your feelings because he disrespected. No, you disrespected him by calling him a pseudo. But Stoopies, you understand that to Ankh's mind, him calling Smash a pseudo isn't disrespectful, right? You know that he really believes that. He thinks it's just playful banter, and man, I'm telling you, man. And the worst part about it is not the idiot Ankh; it's the people who co-sign and facilitate his bullshit. That's what I really have a problem with, because Ankh, his mind is fried from the drugs, right? He does know better because he does do a lot of this bullshit. He know what he's doing, but in a lot of ways he don't know, right? But let's move on.
Here you ass the same day sucking this nigga's dick. You so weak, Ankh.
See, I'm at the house like, why the fuck you gonna do this old coward ass shit? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I mean, hey, he doing what people who want the result that he wants do. So he gonna go to your main mans and say, look, your man's stronger than you. You look like a punk. You look like you need him. He be smashing on you. Don't nobody think that shit.
See, underlings, you'll cuss out, you know what I mean? Everybody, you'll cuss them all out, you know what I mean? I heard you say, shut the fuck up, Chef Ryan.
Now let's type.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, bro. Hey, shout out to Chef, man. Chef, I want to say Chef damn near a better man than me. Hey, Stoopies, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Chef.
I want to say damn near Chef damn near a better man than me, man, because Chef is a hell of a diplomat, bro. Because, I did eat a shut the fuck up, though, from Corey. I did eat one. So I'm proud of myself for that. I think I showed a lot of restraint, but yeah, he used to treat Corey and Chef like stepchildren, man.
No, they treat them like jesters in the court. He treated them like jesters in the court. Like they were the court clowns. For his amusement. Amuse me, Corey. Amuse me. And when I'm finished, when I don't want to hear anything from you, I'll cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
I'll cut you off. So Corey oftentimes don't get the opportunity to get his point across.
Mm-hmm.
I like Corey. I really like Corey. And I like him more when he realized that he's a grown-ass man and he doesn't serve another man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
From he decided that day that, listen, I am not subservient to this fucker. Corey has been a much better dude. I like him.
Hey, because there's a thing, Soupies. I'd spoken to one of the former pseudo killers. I'm not going to say which one. And, I asked him the question that originally when you, Ankh, and Corey came up with this thing or whatever, y'all first initially started it, was it intended to be a committee or was it understood that this was Ankh's thing and you guys were, for lack of a better word, sidekicks? And he said, no, it's supposed to be a committee. And when Corey and Chef decided to have on Chief X, Ankh lost his mind and he pulled rank, right? He pulled rank and said, hey, this is my channel. I don't want him on here.
Oh, they're all leaders, but some lead more than one. And he was the supreme leader. I don't have no problem with it. It's his shit. He's the supreme leader. But
No,
it's
but the
not.
thing is, if he gave them the impression or told them that, hey, we're a triumvirate and we have equal power, equal say, but then when the first tough situation arises, you immediately pull rank. But that's in keeping with his character, though. That's just who he is.
No,
He doesn't
that's the
have
thing.
any honor, no
That's the thing.
scruples.
This is channel, just as our senator gave a channel to one of his underlings to go to do your shit on that channel. Senator University, don't want to do your shit on that channel. Build up that channel. When people don't understand that, listen, you can start YouTube. In the first year, if you're consistent, you might get 20 views, 15 views, 30 views, 40 views.
Hmm.
But as you go along, you will get better at your craft and your channel will build up. You'll have 100 subscribers, 200, until eventually one day you might look up and find you have 10,000 subscribers.
Hmm.
Right? It has growing pains. There's a million channels out there.
Hmm.
And yours might succeed and it might die.
Right.
But it doesn't make any channel better than any. Because even if you have a successful channel on YouTube, it is not your channel. It is
Right.
Google's channel.
And at any point, they could pull the plug on it.
At any point, because you don't have a server for yourself, you don't have a
Mhm.
website, you don't have anything for yourself, you're on Google virtual machine. That's what you're on. You're accessing Google systems through your computer, but you're on Google. And anytime the ABC company is ready to get rid of you, they can.
Hmm.
But
Better
you're
believe it.
enjoying it. Enjoy. But since I enjoy Sheffrin channel, because when Sheffrin comes on, I learned something. He makes his point, he stays on, he talks about what his topic of the day is. He might speak for an hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes. Then he invite people to join him. He's not disrespectful to his audience.
Hmm.
Even when they don't agree with him, he's not calling anybody an idiot.
Right.
He would more likely say that I cannot deal with this anymore. This is my last show. I won't be having it. And then I would be on it agitating the hell out of him just for the fun, trolling, calling him not black enough. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. But I know that sticking point as a light-skinned black man.
Yeah, but Chef funny. Chef say that us darkies are just jealous because the light skinned niggas that they're handsome.
Yeah, as a handsome. Let's use his word there. As a handsome, good-looking. He's oftentimes.
Oh God.
He's oftentimes put in a position to question his blackness. Right, but that don't mean that we don't enjoy it. We enjoy it.
Right. It's playful. It's not. It never gets to that level of just outright disrespect.
It's not disrespectful or mean-spirited.
Right.
Because if asked straight up by Chef, am I a black man? I would say, why are you asking me that question? Because you know that I believe and I know in my heart of heart that you're black as the blackest black man.
Mm-hmm.
But for this time, I'm going to troll the fuck out of you. And after I say it, I'm going to go back to say that he's a white-skinned black man. He's a white man in black skin. I don't believe it, but I just like doing it.
Yeah, man. All right, so we got an hour, Stoopies, until the new era Jordan gets coronated, basically. Is it an hour? I think it's
they're losing this game by 20.
We have 57 minutes until the start of the coronation of the new reiteration of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Yeah. The guy is basically, this guy's gonna save the NBA from the Europeans. You know that, right, Stoopies?
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
All right, let's get back into it.
Yeah.
So 2 words: coward and shut the fuck up. All right.
Day. You've never talked like that to Smash, but you talk like that to Sheffrey. You have no respect for Sheffrey and Corey.
All right, I'm not
But you
gonna play all of that.
respect.
I don't want to play this shit because it was done in the spirit of trying to see if he could get Ankh to take the bait and pry a little wedge, which he did. He successfully did. Because my man couldn't even handle it when I just wanted to address the situation. So let's talk. Let's see how this went down just a moment ago. We ain't even gonna go all the way in it, but now we're gonna see what happened. And let's go word for word and see how when you run up on your homie and you talk about some shit, and let's see how this go. Because in this video earlier, he said he's starting to believe I'm a coward. I ain't never heard nobody who know me start to believe that shit. I don't know what.
Ingenuous boy.
All right, we be disingenuous in your eyes. Hey, Smash, are you there, brother?
Now you're on Smash team.
Yeah, I'm here.
Now
I'm right here. What up?
Smash team.
Definitely not on
This
Smash.
a fight against Chief X.
Smash. No.
Ain't no man, ain't no dance to
Chief X
fight
got
against
y'all
y'all
fighting.
two niggas.
Chief X got y'all fighting
Man,
against
fuck Chief X. This is a fight against you, Corey.
Got y'all.
So how Chief Neck's name just come up when I pop in the shit? I'm just saying. I'm trying to show y'all how all this shit be. So now you just warmed it up, Corey, because you seen the video last night too. If you didn't, you didn't. I ain't making charges in this video. I'm just showing how we could just get played. Now imagine if you was an agent for real. Not just having fun on your computer. I'm not calling Chief X that. I'm saying imagine if you was one. And you said, man, they got something cooking. Start some dissension between the two. Identify who, and pry a wedge between them. See how easy this shit could be done? One little video 14 hours ago, and here go our discourse.
No, it's a fight against you.
Matter of fact, I was on my man's show last night. Being in my most respectable behavior. And I woke up and it happened again. First time I woke up and looked in the Garfield show some months ago, I was pseudo. That name calling shit fucks shit up. Now I wake up today and I'm a coward. So I just said, think about that shit. Don't just blow up and do no stupid shit. I didn't even want to talk on the stream for hella long. Trying not to go through none of the dumbass shit. And so here we go.
Corey?
Time out, guys.
Yeah, fuck Chief X. It's a fight against you, nigga. It ain't got nothing to do with Chief X. Handle your own battles. You up here right now. Now go get the damn source, bro.
All right, hold on a second. Smash.
What up?
Is Egypt a Mediterranean country?
I want to go back to the point when niggas was calling niggas cowards. Bobby
right.
Banger.
Yeah, we gonna
You
talk.
say you starting to think I'm a coward?
All right.
Absolutely.
Let's stop. Like you just checking with your homie, see what the temperature, you starting to think I'm a coward? Absolutely.
No, Stoopies, you know, all of that is just ego, you know that, right? Because Ankh, man, he's like a child, bro. He really is. You know, this is your friend, man. Y'all have done business together. You call a man an insulting name like a coward, and, you know, he asked you on the panel, like, what was that about, bro? All you had to say, Ankh, was, hey, man, I messed up, or I ain't mean it like that. Sorry, bro. It would have been over. I know for a fact Smash would have let it go, bro. But you, in your mind, in your little pea brain, the way you're looking at it is, oh, I'm being shown up right now. He trying to punk me. So you say you double down. Absolutely. So now it's up. Now it's up. Yeah. And once it's up, you know, it ain't no coming back. Yeah, you there, Stu?
Yeah, I'm here. He was man enough. What he was saying is that I stood on my square and fuck you if you don't like it. That's the impression I got from
Mm-hmm.
asking the question. Because he could have easily said, no, you're not a coward. I don't really think that you're a coward. But he doubled down because that's how he really feels. So when you were thinking that this dude had utmost respect for you, he didn't really. But he never was man enough to say to you that, listen, you're just my YouTube friend. I would never want you in the streets with me
Mm-hmm.
because in my mind, you are a coward.
So he was pretending the whole time.
Yeah, I was pretending the whole time that we were you're article. You're not article. You're a coward. So just own that shit because that's how I feel.
Yes, sir.
And got yes from Thunder too. All right, here we go.
Oh man, I just messed up, Stoopies.
Yeah.
How the hell did I just do that?
First time they heard of astrology. The first
Because I was trying to pause the video because you know it's funny. Stoopies said yes too. I did not Stoopies. Thunder said yes too to Smash being a coward. At least
Thunder
I
was
think
being
that's
a
what happened.
provocateur. He was being a provocateur. You and I know that Thunder was being a provocateur.
Mm.
That's what Thunder was.
Oh yeah, he was basically saying like, yeah, that's what he said. Okay.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was being a provocateur.
All right. Let me see if I could pick up where because I just messed that up.
before what you say?
Oh no, that's
south
a
of
whole nother
Egypt.
video, man. Oh my God.
The origins of Egyptian ethnicity lay
Oh
in
my
the
goodness,
areas
y'all. Audience, forgive me, man.
of Egypt.
Forgive me, audience. Let me see if I could get this right here.
Because
Let's go
basically,
back here.
that's what Thunder
That's
was
how the discourse went. Don't let all the motherfucking rambling and bambling and fumbling and bumbling make you think this ain't how the shit's supposed to happen. Now, what am I, how y'all figure after he just say that, what license do I have in my reply? Which way you think I'm going?
Yeah, so what direction would you go, Stoopies? This is a guy who purported to be your friend, and you know, he calls you a coward. You go up on a panel and you say, brother, man, I want to talk about this coward thing, man. What you think I'm starting to be a coward? And he says to you, absolutely. Where does Stoopies go next?
Listen, Smash. The thing about Smash is that I tend to use my real name all the while. But Smash Rockwell is Smash Rockwell, whether he's on YouTube, whether he's on a stage, whether he's with his family, whether he's doing classes. This is not a persona that this dude put on. And he lives a certain way of life that his respect is important to him. So when you disrespect him in any arena that he operates in, it can affect him in other arenas. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to affect him. It's like calling a president of a company a deadbeat dad. It's going to affect him around the corporate table. It's going to affect him. People going to question his integrity. If this man not looking after his children, why is he going to look after his company? If this man is a coward and somebody call him a coward and he ate that or swallowed that, there's a possibility that he might be a coward. We need to test him now and see whether or not he's a coward.
Yep.
And Smash could not afford to be tested.
Yep.
So now I am going to show you that I'm not a coward. I'm going to call you out, crackhead, because I know I have to prove to everybody that I operate in several different arenas that the man I say I am is the man who I am. And so he's at liberty to use any tool that he chooses to use to regain back his integrity. So if he want to be, I don't think he's besert. I don't think he's telling lie on Bobby Banger when he calls him a crackhead, because he is
No, Ankh has admitted it on video now. In recent times, he's denied it because he realized how embarrassing a thing it can be. So I never did crack. I only did heroin, man. I was fly. I was a fly nigga.
He is a crackhead.
Right, but he didn't know that Smash actually had the footage of him admitting to smoking crack. And it's on his jacket too. It's on his criminal record too. You know. So when you get a chance, check out that live where Smash went in on him. He played the audio of Ankh admitting to that, man. So I just don't know how somebody with his background has the kind of arrogance that he has, because you're too easy, Ankh. You too easy, bro. You a baser, bro. You can't talk crazy to nobody, bro. You was sucking glass dick and breaking into houses, bro. Stealing flat screens, bro. You was Ezel off of Friday, bro.
Yeah.
Talking about falling in stores, talking about your neck and your back, bro. Doing push-ups for crack rocks, bro. That was you, bro. Probably was sucking dick too. That was you, bro. You can't talk to nobody. You can't give me no chat. No dear. You're a crackhead.
Which way you think I'm gonna go? So you hollers at your mans, and you just like, so man, I'm watching the video and you saying I ain't even coming strong. I'm just saying I want to come back to the point, because you asked me some silly shit, Garfield, about Mediterranean culture. You just heard niggas call me a coward too. Fuck we want to talk about that for? So then, if you my mans, then why you just...
Garfield was trying to divert the
Instead of saying to your friend that, hey man, don't do that, man. That's right. No, you want to go around it and divert, and
he wanted to divert the conversation in hope that they would handle it outside of the public. Right? Because if somebody called Garfield a scammer and a fraud based on the fact that he deals with financing, he would take it to them anywhere, because that YouTube allegation will have effect on other businesses.
Absolutely.
So he had no right in trying to divert the conversation that Smash was having, because this allegation can affect Smash in a rap battle. When somebody rap battle say Smash Rockwell on YouTube having people call him a coward, they know something about you that we don't know. Are you a coward? You're a coward in real life. You've never been tested. So Smash now cannot afford for those allegations to go on, just as though Garfield cannot afford for somebody to call him a fraud. Right? So Garfield was wrong in that. He should have said, I'm not having this on my panel, and I end the show right there and then. That's what he
would never do that with Ankh. Have you ever seen him do anything like that with Ankh? I've never witnessed it.
I've never witnessed him question Ankh.
What the fuck does Ankh got on Garfield? What Ankh have over here, dog? What go on, brother?
No, I'm not saying that him have anything over.
No, but I'm saying Stoopies is the only logical explanation, because the man never said fair to Ankh yet. Never. He never say, hey, Ankh, relax, don't do that, nothing.
Because what happened is that, hope some people interpret who their friend is or how they treat their friend in public is different than many persons. It's like, let's say you and I go out to the club one night, and you
Mhm.
do something stupid, and some dude have to come defend him on a base on the stupid act that you did. In the club that night, you and me stomping that dude out, totally.
Right,
But
right.
when I
That's a
go
little
home,
different though.
but when I go home now in private, I would say,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. He doesn't want to go against his friend in public, but this is a little bit different because this is a scholastic type of environment, and you're having discussions in a public environment, right? And even if you don't want to necessarily rebuke him um for what he says to a particular person, you should be able to rebuke him on the panel in terms of how he conducts himself. And you don't even have to rebuke him necessarily. Let's say, hey man, Unc, yeah, let's not do that, Unc. There's something.
yeah, pull
Like
back.
if I was at the club acting an idiot, right? Even though you would help me stomp the guy out, at least you're gonna attempt to say, "Hey, Clint, just relax, brother. It's cool. You're gonna try. You get what I'm saying?"
Yeah, me go say stand down. I say, brother, stand down. But because you agitate the person so much, and now they have to defend the honor, they're going to get a beat up, but they don't deserve. Right? Because it happened already.
But that's what I'm saying, those stoopies. I've never even seen Garfield say stand down to Unc. Nothing. Nothing. Ever. Like, is he scared of him? What's going on?
No, I don't think so. It might be as a friend. But even your friend, because even if we look at it this way, it is going to go on until Unc spit in Garfield's face. And you and I know it coming because he's
It's
spitting
coming.
on his friend's face eventually.
It's coming. It's coming. That's what he does.
That's his nature. He's going to spit in Garfield's face. But dudes like me and you will be around to see it.
Told you so.
You play with puppy, him going to lick your face. That's a Jamaican thing. You know the Jamaican thing. If you play with mongrel dog, he's going to lick your face. That means that when you play with certain people, with certain characteristics, it is your nature to embarrass. It is your nature to embarrass you. And it's going to happen at a time when you will never expect.
Least expected. Yep.
Because that's what he did to Smash.
Yep.
And that's what Saneta did to him.
Yep.
And that is what Unc is going to do to him too. Because it is Unc's nature to embarrass his friends, to belittle his friends. Right? Because no matter who it wanted to be, they were all one crew at one point. But eventually, no, everybody took it to a different level until you can be telling grown-ass man to shut the fuck up, to get off my channel. You know, this is my shit. To say, I am to have this dick waving contest to say, I am the big dog and you are minions. No, it is going to happen. Eventually, because it is in nature. But when it happens, no. Yeah, when it happened, it happened. Yeah, when it happened, it happened.
All right, let's get back into it. Let me see. What time is it? 9:22. All right, we got 38 minutes.
Saint, why you coming yes like this? Absolutely. 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 Now I'm just looking at the real-time discourse like this nigga just said absolutely. When he could have been like, you know what I mean, that nigga. My bad. But Chief X, 14 hours ago video, which mischaracterized me and Bobby relationship. He got to prove to Chief X that he gonna say some shit to me.
Hold on, before we get
You know what
there.
I'm starting to think?
Hold on, Smash. Before you go,
You want to
there.
know what I'm starting to think? I think
You know what I
relapsed.
said though, but you know what I
So now he about to try to. But you know what? But nah, nigga, you just said absolutely. What's this? Even take it to the YouTube streets. But you know what I said though, nigga? So what y'all think I'm about to say?
said
Nah,
though,
nigga,
right?
I don't want to hear none of
You
what
know what I said,
Nah,
nigga?
nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Nigga,
Listen to what
fuck
the
you,
fuck I
nigga.
think. Now
Fuck
let's
you,
stop.
nigga.
You see? Nah, nigga, shut the fuck up. First of all, it's my time to talk. Second of all, you just said I was a coward, absolutely. And you going into this but you shit.
Hey, it's a Garfield immediately dropped Smash. Immediately. Anyway.
So am I wrong yet? Garfield takes me out the stream.
All right, let's be fair with that. I'm not defending Garfield. Garfield is fun, but let's be fair with that. Smash was the first one who brought profanity to it. And then replied. You have to be fair with that. You have to be fair with that.
I feel like you
But-
just should have just let them have it out. Because you know they're friends, or they were friends
No,
at one point.
Because they weren't going to have it out in a civilized conversation. This conversation was going to turn mucky. Because Smash was willing to turn the conversation mucky now. Because he was defending his honor and his character. So he said, listen, I am going to go in the mud and I'm going to carry you in the mud with me. And then when Bobby Banger realized that Smash is now going to go into the mud, he now shows his own bravado by saying, F you. Like saying, I can go into the mud too. I can go into the mud too. But then Garfield look at it and say, listen, I don't want this right now. I don't want this right now. So he kicked Smash off. Because in truth and in fact, Bobby Banger is his friend.
Yeah,
He's
you
a
have to
bigger
talk.
friend than
You have to
Smash.
talk to your friend at some point.
Yeah, but Bobby Banger is a bigger friend than Smash. So you're not going to
And
kick off your friend.
at some point, once a friend continually shows this type of behavior, it becomes a liability.
Yeah, but
At
right
some point, you got to say something.
But that day he wasn't, because you had control of the situation. And how you control the situation was that you dismiss Smash. No, Smash no. But what he did when he kicked Smash off, he realized that he made a choice. And he publicly made a choice that, listen, no matter what everybody want to think, I stand with Bobby Banger. And now Smash will say, Garfield is an asshole. Because Garfield knew the dude was wrong, but he punished me, although he knew his friend was wrong. So Smash is now to begin to question Garfield's character. And you can see it in how Smash talk about Garfield from then on.
Mm-hmm.
The level of respect that he would have for Garfield before, he doesn't have it. Because he's saying that when push comes to shove, Garfield is not a stand-up guy to say, listen,
Mm-hmm.
I am an elder in this community. And as an elder, not by age, but by knowledge and by who you know, and by reputation, as an elder, I cannot allow injustice and unrighteousness. That's what Garfield should have said. I cannot allow injustice and unrighteousness because my thing is to clean out this bullshit. But I'm no elder, so I should have said, listen, put it both of you in timeout. None of you don't jump off. Let me talk.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a civil conversation here, irrespective of who is my friend. If you want to have the conversation in public or in private, choose
Right.
no. I'll kick everybody else off the panel, and this is a conversation that you two gentlemen that will have. And I will be the referee. I will be the judge. I will maintain that it is conducted in a way that information by communicated, and at the end, we're going to come out of this either as friends or as nothing at all. But we're going to deal with this today. That's what he should have done. And then Smash Now would have maintained the respect for him. Bobby Banger would not have liked it, but then he couldn't disagree with him because of the position that he put Garfield in. And he'd have to acknowledge that Garfield had played.
Yeah, I don't think he would have had to acknowledge anything though. He doesn't strike me as a rational type. He probably would have, take great exception to it and curse out Garfield probably in private and say, hey, you took his say, Ankh is just not a rational person at all.
I refuse to believe that. It may be true. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe that when faced with a situation that a grown-ass man explained to you, say, listen, this is what we're going to do today. We're not going to be doing this bullshit, cow fight, this cursing out, this profanity. We're going to have a conversation. I want to know why you call this man a coward. Because you cannot deny calling him a coward. And the but, this is the other thing where people love to say, but there's no but.
Yeah, because that's what he was gonna do. He was gonna, I meant that you were a scholastic coward, and no. Now, because what you're doing now is you're playing with you're insulting my intelligence, and you're trying to play mind games and trying to convince me that I should just take the insult because nah. See, that makes it worse because you're basically telling me that you think I'm an idiot. That's what you're telling me. You could call me a coward and then just like how dudes will say when they call you a bitch.
Yeah.
Or no, they won't call you a bitch. They'll say, "Oh, you're acting like a bitch." Right. And they say, "Man, who are you talking to, man?" "Oh no, I didn't call you a bitch. I just said you were acting like." Nah, bro. You're trying to work your pea brain. You're trying to work your brain on me. Nah, don't do that. Anyway.
Continue.
When you go through this shit slow like the detectives will do, you be like, niggas be tripping.
It's still there?
Yeah, it's playing. He's just taking a pause in between speaking.
No, because he figured it out.
Now, in the same damn video. If it wasn't the same video, and I never like having to talk to people I respect like that. But at that point, it was time for you to shut the fuck up. You just called me a coward, and I'm about to respond. And you're trying to get some old other words in before that, the words you should have said when you greeted me. Not this but I said, nah, nigga, be quiet. Then, if you don't want me to say shut the fuck up, nah, my homie, you just said I'm an absolute coward. Be quiet. So I get taken out the stream. I can't even detail this shit. It be seeming different. Am I accentuating? Let's just watch the shit.
You, nigga. It ain't got nothing to do with Chief X. Handle your own battles. You up here right now. Now go get the damn source, bro.
All right, hold on a second. Smash.
What up?
Is Egypt a Mediterranean country?
I want to go back to the point when niggas was calling niggas cowards. Bobby Banger.
Yeah, we gonna talk.
You say you starting to think I'm a coward?
All right.
Absolutely.
Yes. Hold on.
No, Garfield should have stopped that question from being asked.
Nah, that's my nigga.
If that was on my panel and
you heard that wrong.
I'd say nobody answered that question.
Oh no, that's my nigga, bro. What?
Because that's
hold up, before you get all riled up. Was not calling you a fucking coward. But you say absolutely. So ain't it my turn to talk?
Hold on, before we get
You know what I'm starting to think?
hold on, Smash. Before you go,
You want to know what I'm starting to think? I think
You know what I
relapsed.
said though, but you know what I said
Nah,
though,
nigga,
right?
I don't want to hear none of
You know what I said,
Nah,
nigga?
nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Nigga,
Listen to what
fuck
the
you,
fuck I
nigga.
think.
Fuck you,
I think
nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
oh man, why we going there?
Oh, nah, he did drop on too. Okay, I apologize, Garfield.
Right. So that's what he was supposed to do.
so. That was all. You won that one, Chief X.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have
Ooh,
that.
some people ain't.
But then I would now kick everybody else off the show. And then now I would bring them up individually and talk to them. I said, okay, who first? And because Bobby Banger is my friend, I'd have to bring up Smash Rockwell first. And then I bring up Bobby. Continue, brother.
Cerebral, man. It got a lot worse. I wouldn't even play how worse it got. But I ain't do it.
Yeah, why we going there?
Let him get it out. Let him get it
Nah,
out,
man. The show is smooth.
bro. I know,
right
but you
now.
gotta let him get it out, man. And then
All right,
we'll
I'm gonna
move
let, all
on.
right, let y'all get it
Let him
out.
get
Go
it
ahead.
out.
Let him get it
I
out.
think you relapsed. I think you smoking crack again.
All right.
You know what?
That's
yo,
what I
love
think.
you. If I didn't love you, I would
That's
say
what I
some other
think.
that.
Nigga, don't talk about love. You just said I was a coward when I wasn't here, nigga.
I said I didn't. Did you hear me say that?
Nigga, I heard you say it.
So what did I say, yo?
Nigga,
Matter of
shut
fact,
the fuck up, nigga. You called me a
fuck
coward,
you,
nigga.
Hell,
I
just
think
called
you
a
smoking
bitch-ass
crack.
nigga now.
I
Nigga,
think you
you
smoking
is,
crack
nigga,
again,
I think you smoke too
nigga.
much weed with
Now,
crack in it,
but
nigga.
I'm about to play the clip where you admitted to smoking crack, nigga. You want to see it?
Nigga,
Garfield,
yeah,
You
play
wanna
it,
see
nigga.
it?
Play
Let's
it,
play
nigga.
it.
Play it,
Get Unc
nigga.
out of here.
Yeah, play it,
Crackhead.
nigga.
Get Unc
Now,
out.
your
Get
mother,
Unc
nigga.
out.
Now what?
No, get Unc out, right?
Man.
I understand what you was trying
I
to
still
do.
ain't told no lies.
You realize that you handled it wrong because of Thunder. He said, okay, let it fly.
Yeah, yeah.
But he handled it wrong because he shouldn't have handled it that way, and he knew. He knew. He kicked both of them off. He was supposed to say something now, but he listened to Thunder, and Thunder don't know any conflict resolution. But in truth and in fact, this didn't require conflict resolution. This requires Smash Rockwell calling out Unc to the center and said, crackhead, who are you to call me a coward? That was the only recourse that the conversation had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the only way it could go. Because again,
Yeah.
you know, I was making this point earlier in the stream when I was doing my monologue that in the environments that we grow in, and you made the same point, it's not like academic circles where a person could insult you and you don't respond back. It just doesn't work that way in the environments that we've grown up in. In our environments where our people think if somebody calls you a coward or calls you out to the carpet like that, if you don't respond back with some fire, what's going to end up happening is that people say, oh, so this dude is soft. And now guess what's going to happen? Now everybody is going to start taking liberties with you. That's how it works in the Black community. So you're forced to respond in the way that Smash respond.
And you cannot respond lightly either. I tell people the story about Miradan and Richie Coolbreeze. It was found out that Richie Coolbreeze may have engaged in homosexual activity. Richie Coolbreeze and Miradan used to be on the street together every day. And people came to Miradan and said, I heard that your man's dabbling in the gay arena. No, Miradan, because of his reputation, could not afford at that time in Jamaica to say that his number one brethren dabbling in homosexuality. He had to defend his own honor. So he had to give Richard Coolbreeze a beating second to none and let people know that, listen, if he was my boyfriend, would I do him like this? Almost hospitalize the dude. if I am a coward, would I approach him to say, I know where you are, and we're going to handle this outside of YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't believe that I'm coming, Because you
Yeah, that's
can't,
it. That's the only way it can go.
yeah, because other men cannot see you calling me a coward, and I swallow that. Because then all I would be is a coward.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford to be a coward. And it shows that he did not have any respect for his friend. Because him as a street dude know that he doesn't like the word agent. He doesn't like the word agent. When Jabari called him an agent of chaos, he was so dumb and it affected him so much that he went on a diatribe and he was calling out Jabari because agent means something in his community. You couldn't even call him an agent of God or an agent of justice.
Mm-hmm.
Just the mere fact the word agent tied to you can cause a problem. So why are you placing coward on Smash? Better you come back as a brother. I wasn't thinking. Let me
Mm-hmm.
find another word to call you because you're not no coward. Let me call you a charlatan. Let me call you a pseudo.
Nah. That won't work. No, hell no.
No,
Nah.
it won't work. It won't work. But in
Mm-mm.
the community that you live in, you cannot call people agents and cowards. And he knew it. And he knew it.
Can't call him charlatan either. Because a charlatan is polite. That's the category that would put you in. So that no. Mm-mm, that's a problem too. You know, how about us leave the name calling out of it?
No, well, in our community, you have to call a name or two every now and then. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You have to call a name or two now. It is what it is. So when you go at him now, but he went at it because he wanted to hurt his friend. And how can you be my friend? And you know that coward means something in the community, and that's what you choose to call him. And then when you begin to hear that how it affected him, and you start to think because you claim that you're a thinking man, you didn't immediately apologize and say, listen, I don't mean to use the word coward because coward might be misrepresented in our community. You double down on it and said, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
In this whole discourse. I asked, did you say I was a coward? You said absolutely. I can respond on what I think. I said you relapsed. That's not cool. You start saying a heck of stuff. It's just that, like, you think somebody's gonna just apologize the other way?
And that's it, the crux of the matter. That's what it came down to. He believed that he can call this man a coward and apologize a week.
Yeah, and explain it away.
after you have disrespected him and discredited him in his community, you're now expecting to fix what you have done with a simple apology. No. As we said, sorry, don't buy Soldier Larry. There has to be some level of retribution. You have to stand up and get thumped in the eye. And take your thump in the eye like a man.
Because yeah, you punch me in the face, I gotta punch you back in the face. That's how that works.
Take your punch in the face because you didn't have a problem throwing that punch. But know that you realize that brimstone and thunder are going to come from the heaven. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it don't work like that. push your chin up, hold your chin up straight, and hold your chin up, and don't lock your eyes either. Take it like a man, it's coming. Don't close your eyes. It's coming. Take it like the man that threw the original.
Don't flinch, nigga.
Don't flinch. Hold that. All of a sudden you're flinching, but it's flinching.
He knew it was coming.
Yeah, he knew the punch was coming. But and when he got the first shot the fuck up, he retaliated with a wide swing. Fuck you.
Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
He flinched it. That the butt were flinching.
Oh shit.
Smash doubled his fist up now and said, listen, it's my turn. You got that cheap shit off. You got that cheap shot off. Now stand up like a man and stop hiding behind Garfield. Stop hiding behind Garfield. He didn't stand up like a man. I don't know nothing about him, but this speaks about his character. And the day when he spits in Garfield's face, we will be there. Because he's going to spit in Garfield's face. It's coming. It's his nature. It's his nature. I'm not asking if, I'm not saying if, I'm saying when. When he spits in Garfield's face, it's coming. And
yes,
Garfield
sir.
is not going to understand how Garfield is going to leave Garfield baffled. Because Garfield will not be able to understand why. Why this dude?
Why would you do it? Even though he's witnessed over the years him do it to countless people, but surely he would never do it to me.
No, he's not a stand-up guy. He's not a stand-up guy like that. He has Sheffrin, not Sheffrin. What? Cedric on the show. And he's there calling Cedric. He's there saying that Cedric is not black.
Who?
Unc.
Unc says Cedric because he's from the island.
Yeah, he wouldn't be black. He didn't directly say, but he's indirectly saying that Cedric is not black. And Cedric didn't hold this man to court and said, "Arsehole, what are you saying? What are you saying? No, you're not black. Stop acting." So therefore, if you're not black, then Cedric is acting black. Right? Cedric is acting black in the eyes of Ong. Because he's not black. He's only acting black. And you did not call out that dude and said, "Pussy hole, who you talking to? Who you talking to?"
All right, man. Let's get ready to wrap it up.
Yeah. Let's play one last round. Yeah. I'll wrap it up.
As I look back through it, I said shut the fuck up twice. And I said what I thought. I wasn't even all the way turned up like that. I was just like, damn, for real? This how you coming? That shit don't feel good, family. Like, to see that you just do that easily over what, bruh? Again, I know what you was gonna try to say when you said but you was about to butt me into accepting you calling me a coward. So you was gonna say you was talking about scholarship. So I was talking about a scholastic crackhead then, my bad. We can't do that. So that shit ain't, that piece of wood done got all fucked up. You throw that piece of wood, people, that piece of wood is fucked all up. Over some silly shit. Over defending this blackness. A lot more of them motherfuckers could fall over this shit. I ain't tripping. That ain't something that I expected though. And I'm really not proud of that discourse. Not one I could easily just rub under throw under the table. I'm sorry. Some people got small mental wheels that spin really fast. I have these really huge wooden old mental wheels that turn really slow. I don't really accept those type of discourses. Really, I'm like
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna stop building with people.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too, man. Let me see. There
The
was some
pharaohs of the 25th dynasty.
I want to see. There was another section here further down that I wanted to get into, but
We don't
let's
need
see
to,
if I
because
could find it.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
we don't need to get into it because it's time now.
But I don't get personal with those.
But pause, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
A man is how he present himself. That's what a man is. What you present to the world, that defines you as a man. And he plays Smash in a position where, no, you cannot do that to me. Smash said, no, you cannot do that to me. You cannot do that to me. And I cannot even allow you to justify it by saying that I wasn't talking about coward in the streets. Because Smash is basically saying to him, I am Smash in the boardroom, I am Smash in the street, I'm Smash on the album, and I'm Smash when I'm speaking to you. And you calling me a coward on YouTube can affect any of the hats that I wear. And you knew it, because how many times when you got locked up for robbery and all of that shit, did you speak to the police to get less time? You were a crackhead addict. By pure logic, it would say that an addict, a crackhead addict, do not want to spend more time than he has to in a cell. So an addict is likely to snitch before a non-addict. So what if I use that logic? What if somebody use that logic and decide to call you a snitching crackhead? How would that affect you in the community? When somebody of Smash stature decide to call you a snitching crackhead? You wouldn't like it none at all. But you found it easy to call a man a coward. Right? My father was a crackhead. I don't know what the extent of what he did to get his crack. But you was a crackhead also, you can't deny that. You was both a crackhead and a heroin addict. You're an addict. An addict don't like to spend time in jail. And we know based on your record that you were arrested several times. Why was your time cut short? Did you snitch? But we're not saying that. We're not calling Bobby Bang a snitching crackhead. If we're going to operate based on the knowledge, operate based on the knowledge. Operate based on the knowledge. Don't try to what would be word besmirch? Besmirch somebody character.
Besmirch.
Besmirch somebody character. No, and that's what he tried with. That's what he tried with.
Mm-hmm. And that's a friend, not even that's a random person on the internet. That's a friend.
Friend. So what about you and I?
Yeah.
What about you and I when people in the chat laughing? Oh, Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. It speaks that, and then when you heard it, when I heard Beetlejuice for the first time, if I heard it from one person, it wouldn't have been an issue. But when I hear him say it, Julanda say it, and Cedric say it, I realize that these people formed a consensus to call somebody a batty boy Beetlejuice. And and that's what he does. That was something that was said by a consensus. he said it and others said it also.
hmm
It goes to
And then keep in mind, this was after we had basically called a truce, and I went on his panel basically thinking that we'd resolve the issue, and I'm trying, we pieced it up.
right.
And you're doing this thing and you're having this woman making this childish insult. And you know what? The insult itself I wouldn't care about. But when I say to them, hey man, don't do that, they do the same thing he was trying to do to Smash with trying to use his brain.
He was trying to do the but.
He's trying to do the but. Well, it's a scholastic a coward, right? So no, actually with me, it was worse because they completely denied. Oh no, we wasn't calling you Beetlejuice. Sometimes Beetlejuice sound like bag juice. Now remember, I've been using this moniker for well over a year at that point, and I've been on their panels many times, and not once had they ever called me Beetlejuice. So now you're adding insult to injury. You're now insulting my intelligence. You're talking to me like I'm an idiot, like I'm a clown. Right. So now I realize that you have no honor, right? The so-called truce that we had, you dishonored it. No, but so now it's back to calling you a baser, because that's what you is.
But he didn't have an honor when it came to Bobby Banger. That's why in one sentence, when Bobby Banger asked him, "Do you think of me as a?" When Smash asked him, "Do you think of me as a coward?" He said yes, unequivocally yes. And then now, not 2 sentences later, he was flinching. He was butting it up. But.
Mm-hmm.
But if we should play the game that they're playing, if we should call somebody radioactive, this radioactive cunt, they'll be vexed. But if you call me Beetlejuice, I can call you a radioactive cunt.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I'm supposed to call somebody a cousin fucker, but you call me stupid. I know that on your island, all the population is so small that in order to have sex, you have to have sex with your cousin. I'm not lying.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and Cedric too, man. You a bitch, dude. I've never disrespected you, Cedric. I don't even know what fucking island you come from, right? But hold on, stupid. I gotta say this. We're Jamaicans, right? We're already arrogant. I already feel like we're better than the rest of the Caribbean. Nobody knows your fucking island, right? You're following behind this American crackhead. I don't even know what is the Dutch island, stupies? I don't even know the island, right? Let me tell you something, Cedric. Let me say something, stupid. I've never disrespected Cedric, ever, right? Yesterday we were having a discourse about this Black Egypt thing. And, I made a point or something. And this pussy starts to say in Spanish, at least call me an idiot in English to my face, bro. I can respect you. Gonna say in Spanish like a bitch.
What did he say in Spanish?
He said pendejo. He said something about he said hablando something pendejo, because it's something that he regularly does. I think he's following Ankh, because I realize him and Jolanda, they do the same thing. They take after Ankh with the reckless insults. So he was saying something about me being an idiot, and okay, call me an idiot in English, so I know, and I know where you're coming from. Right. So, I'm not gonna lie. I sent him a Facebook message today calling him a bat. I say I call him a suck old batty boy. Right? All kind of shit I sent him in the
But that don't mean anything to them, because in those Caribbean islands they like to bull. If you understand what bullying is, you laugh when they like to bull. Right? They like bullying. So you calling him that don't mean anything.
Don't mean anything to him, right?
Right, don't mean anything.
And here go Kent Logan, one of the cult members, talking about emotional roller coaster. So there goes the gaslighting again, calling niggas emotional, right? Insulting people, and then,
in in the chat?
I don't think he's there anymore, but he had made a comment sometime earlier in the program. But Kent Logan, you're a twerker, though. You're a booty shaker. I've been said that this nigga Ankh disrespected the fuck out of Chef and Corey to the point where they had to leave, and you was the next minion up. You a booty shaker nigga. You ain't got no honor. You feel me? I'm not gonna call you a bitch nigga though. I don't think it warrants that. But don't come in here and call me emotional, bruh. Right? Your leader, your crackhead leader, right? After we had pieced it up on Chef Show, was in the back chat calling me Beetlejuice and being, and then when I say, hey bro, what's that about? The nigga told me Beetlejuice sound like bag juice, trying to be funny, trying to clown me, trying to use mental manipulation when his brain barely works. You following behind a fuck nigga, man. Kent Logan.
All right.
Goofy.
Now, 1 minute to 10. The game is about to start.
Yeah, man.
Gentlemen, is that the topic for today was peace versus justice.
Mm-hmm.
The person, the abuser, has always cried for peace and forgiveness. They have never cried for justice. They cried for peace and forgiveness. Oh, forgive me. You said you forgive me. Why I can't live in peace now? Then that's what Uncle wants to say. Smash should forgive him, right? So there should be peace. But Smash must live with the abuse that was dished out to him. No, don't work like that. Don't work like that. Some people drink the porridge hot and some people drink the porridge cold. And some people drink the porridge when it's ice cold. And I think Smash will drink him porridge very cold. Because it affected him. It affected him. Just like how you can't be running rampant and disrespecting people. And the only reason is because you said that we'll go on your channel. Very few channels I go on nowadays. I used to go on a lot of channels. Now the channels that I will go on Smash channel, because Smash, I consider him a professional. I don't deal with people. And I will go.
Plus, he conducts himself in a stand-up manner. Right. You can tell he has control over himself, and we're gonna wrap up here. But I want to say, man, for anybody listening to this on the playback in the future, however far this is, I know I haven't conducted myself the best. Some of my family members would have heard me talking like this. They say, Clint, what's wrong with you? But I just want to say, we all have the mental. When it comes to Black people, I said it in my monologue. I'll say it again. I'm not exempt, man. We're all messed up, man, including myself, man. Every day I work. Every day every day I work to be a better man. But yeah, I still be on the bullshit, man. So don't judge me too harshly. I try to show love, and when that love isn't reciprocated, man, it really gets the love and the respect that I try to give every human being. When it doesn't get reciprocated, man, I lose my mind, man, because I'm saying like what Cedric did to me yesterday. We're on the panel, we're having a nice discussion. The discussion is going well, brother. Why call me an idiot, bro? Why? For what, man? And then you're gonna do it in Spanish too. You don't even have the honor to just tell me, hey, nigga, I don't like you. I think you're a clown. I think you're an idiot to my face. You saying it in Spanish like a bitch. And then I'm not supposed to say nothing about that. If I say anything about it, I'm emotional. I'm crying. You niggas is hoes, man. But everybody.
In Spanish, you mean that you're being deceitful also.
Yeah, you're being deceptive. You're being a coward. But anyway, man, Stu Peas, bless up, brother. We out of here, man. Hey, Anthony Davis, he's saving the NBA from Europe, bro.
He's losing by 20 today. Put money on that.
Europe tried to take our game, man. You know what I'm saying?
The game that was invented by the white man?
Don't matter. It's we took that. That's ours. And now Europe in the form of
wasn't he a German immigrant?
Naismith. Is that a German name? What is it? James Naismith?
Yeah, I think he was a German immigrant. I think so.
But he was living in Canada, right?
Yeah, but he was an immigrant.
He's a Canadian citizen. I don't know. Whatever he was, man. Listen, man. And you know what? Oh, I got the old. Wait. I got the ultimate Blackology counter to that.
What?
Because I'd read somewhere actually that the Olmecs was playing basketball way back in the day. How about that?
It wasn't the Olmecs, it was the Mayans. And they weren't playing
Nah,
basketball.
it was the Olmecs. Remember, the Olmecs were the ones known for the rubber making.
Right. And
Yes, it wasn't the Mayans.
And the game didn't involve using the hands. It was using the hips.
Listen, man. Whatever. Anthony Edwards is reclaiming back basketball for the black man after it looked like Jokic and Doncic and all them itches was about to take our game. And Allah, the Lord God our Savior, Jah, the universe, whoever you want to call it, he saw our cries and he sent us a savior in the personage of one Anthony Ant-Man Edwards.
What about Joel Embiid? What about Giannis? What pronounce Giannis' last name?
Antetokounmpo. But you know, according to people like Ankh, them dudes not black, so they don't count. Ant-Man is from Atlanta, a real nigga.
Yeah, a real Negro is from Atlanta. If you're not from Atlanta, you're not black.
I'm a real nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm from
So yeah,
Atlanta.
man.
The thing is that real Negroes are from Atlanta. If you're not from Atlanta or the South, you're not a real. If you can't trace back, if you cannot trace back your ancestry to the South, you're not a real black man.
You know, to the killing fields of the American South. That's what Professor Black Truth and them. That's their common refrain, right? If you can't trace your roots back to the killing fields of the Jim Crow South,
right, you're
not a real nigga. You African tether. So Embiid is a tether. Antetokounmpo tether. So they don't count. Yeah. So Anthony Davis.
Who would be a tether?
It's basically Black Jesus.
Would you consider?
Why I keep saying Anthony Davis? His sorry ass. Anthony Edwards, man.
What's my player name? The alien.
Wembiana?
Yeah, Wembiana is a tether. They went
for
him. No, but he didn't. They went for him.
He's not from America, though.
Yeah, but they went for him.
He's not from that's besides the point. Tariq Nasheed says if you're a so-called black person, you're not from America. And you're living in America and you're benefiting off of American organizations and money, and you're a tether. So Wembiana, tether. Embiid, tether. Antetokounmpo, tether. Who else? Hakeem Olajuwon, tether. Patrick Ewing, a coconut tether.
What about the ones from Canada? What about the ones who currently in the NBA, the black ones from Canada? Are they tethers?
Oh, that's a good question. Are people from the UK and like Canada considered tethers too, or is just the Africa and the Caribbean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I should call up Tyreek one day and ask him, man. That'd be interesting. Anyway, man, it's 10:07. It's almost tip off.
Are the Afro-Mexicans? What about the black Mexicans who come to America? Are they tethers?
I don't know, man. Listen, man. Denver about to go down 2-0 on their home court. This is a must-win tonight for Denver, but my dude Anthony Edwards is merciless, bro. He going for the juggler. And you know what they're gonna do tonight, right?
Let's bet a non-alcoholic Heineken.
Hey, let's do it. Hey, you know what they about to do though, right? Because he
all
right, so we'll link up Wednesday then. We'll link up Wednesday and drink a non-alcoholic beer, man. After Lovejoy in the chat booing, she don't like the sports talk. Hey, Lovejoy, we almost out of here, babe. So yeah, man, it's a must win for Denver tonight. My dog Anthony Edwards, He had 43. So Stoopies, you know what they about to do tonight, right? They blitz it. They go wait, no, Stoopies. Look. They're gonna blitz the hell out of that boy tonight. Every pick and roll, they sending two. They're not gonna let him dribble. They're gonna blitz the hell out of him. And you know what's gonna happen? Karl Anthony Towns, Nas Reed, Alexander, what's the name? McNeil. He ain't even do nothing last game. He didn't even do nothing. Hey, listen, man. Denver is in trouble. You hear me? But anyway, good night, everybody. It was fun. Peace.